Good morning, students. As per our syllabus, there are four chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. We had completed chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Let us start the chapter 4. The chapter is Atomic Structure. As its name atomic, it is made of atom, so it is important to know what is atom. An atom is the building block of all types of matter. That means matter is made up of atom. In fact, everything on this earth is made up of atom. Everything is made of atom. Actually, atom of an element, they take part in a chemical reaction. Therefore, in science, it becomes very important to know the atom and the structure of the atom. In this chapter, I will explain you fundamental subatomic particles that are present in an atom. They are the electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electrons, protons, and neutrons. I will explain you nucleus and extranuclear part of an atom, atomic number and mass number, and lastly we will see the combining capacity of elements. Atoms. Atoms as the building blocks of matter. As we know, anything which occupies a space and has mass is called matter. In this sense, our table, chair, pen, book, they all are matter because they have mass and they occupy a space. But do you know the smallest particle of matter is the atom? Matter is made up of very small particles and they are called atom. Atoms are extremely minute particle, very small, very small. They cannot be seen through the naked eye. Then how can we see them? We can see them through very powerful electron microscope called STM. S for a scanning tunneling microscope. Through a scanning tunneling microscope, we can see electron. Otherwise, it is very difficult. In ancient times, Indian and Greek philosophers were puzzled about the nature of matter, how the matter is, what is the nature of the matter. But gradually, the idea developed that all matter must be made up of some basic particles. Let us find what are the basic particles. In ancient times, Indian philosophers supposed that every matter is made up of five basic particles. These basic particles were water, earth, fire, air, and sky. They are called Panch Tattva: water, earth, fire, air, sky. By these five fundamental elements, the earth is made up of. It was the thinking of the ancient times philosophers. But now we know that an element is a pure substance made up of only one kind of atoms and it has a definite set of property. That means atoms also have some kind of property. Marci Kanat, an Indian philosopher, about 600 BC, he gave some definition about the atom. Matter consisted of indestructible particles called Parmanu. According to Marci Kanad, matter is made up of very small particle, indestructible particles. They are called Parmanu. Here, Param means ultimate and Anu means particle. That means Parmanus are the ultimate particles. Now, Parmanu is called atoms. According to him, a Parmanu does not exist in free state as the Parmanu were reactive. What happens then? The Parmanu combines with one another and form bigger particle and that bigger particles were called Anu. Now Anu is called molecule, Parmanu is called atoms and Anu is called molecules. There are different types of Parmanus. Each of them exhibits a specific property. Same type of elements have same type of Parmanu. Different type of element have different types of Parmanu. Greek philosopher Democritus also called Parmanu as the atom. That means indivisible particle. Actually, atomos, it is taken from a word atomos, Greek word which means indivisible. Now, in modern science, in 1808, John Dalton he proposed the first atomic theory. John Dalton, he was an English scientist. He described the atom as the smallest particle. Atom as the smallest particle, but it exhibits all the properties of the particular element. Suppose we take iron, then all the particles of iron will have the property of iron. That means a smaller particles of the iron will attracted by the magnet. Here are some main features of Dalton's atomic theory. According to him, matter consists of very small and indivisible particles. According to Dalton, matter consists of a small and indivisible particle. They are called the atom. That means atoms are indivisible. Atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. The atoms of an element are identical in all respects. That means size, mass, density, chemical property for which of an element. Suppose we are taking gold as an element and we are taking the atoms of gold, they will be identical in size, mass, density and chemical property. But if we take gold and iron atoms, then they will differ from each other. The atoms of iron and atoms of gold will differ from each other. Atoms of an element combine in small numbers to form molecules of an element. Atoms of an element combine in small numbers to form molecules of that element. For example, I am explaining you. If we take hydrogen atom, two hydrogen atom, one more hydrogen atom, then it will form hydrogen molecule. If we take oxygen atom, one more oxygen atom, then we will get oxygen molecule. Here O2 is the oxygen molecule, H2 is the hydrogen molecule. Atoms of an element combined with the atoms of another element in a simple whole number ratio to form molecules of compound. Let us see, for example, water. Water is a compound. If we take water, its formula is H2O. We will find that the atoms are present in 2:1. It means 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. So the ratio is 2:1. If we take carbon dioxide, then the ratio will be 1:2. 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen. The last one, atoms are the smallest unit of matter that take part in a chemical reaction. According to Dalton, atoms are a smallest ultimate particle. They are indivisible and they take part in chemical reaction during which only rearrangement of atoms takes place. What happens during a chemical reaction? Rearrangement of atoms take place. But the latest research said that atoms are not indivisible. Atoms are divisible. Atoms are divisible. They are composed of a still smaller particle, and mainly there are three particles: electrons, protons and neutrons. And these particles are the fundamental particles and they are called the subatomic particles. The existence of subatomic particles, it proved that an atom is electrically neutral. Atom is electrically neutral, but it can make to gain a positive or negative charge. This means an atom must contain tiny particles is carrying either positive charge or negative charge. Here are three particles: electrons, protons and neutrons. And these particles, they will have some charge. I will explain you. Electrons, they will have negative charge. Protons, they will have positive charge. And neutrons, they will not have any charge. In the next class, I will explain you the discovery of electrons, protons and neutrons. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice study. And you will make the notes in your classwork notebook.